This September the 11th picks edition of the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog has a brand new offer for new customers. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code MLB SGPN. Welcome everybody to the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is, what day is it? Tuesday? No, Wednesday, isn't it? Wednesday, September the 10th. We are here to handicap a mini slate. It's not as many as last week, but we've got 9 games for Thursday, September the 11th. Joining me with the part-time shift again is Mr. Lonte Smith. Lonte, how are you doing?
Not bad, man. Not bad at all. Nice little appetizer before we get into the main course on the weekend. So hopefully we got some winners. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I've been watching a little bit of the day's ball earlier on. I'm currently sweating. Well, I'm not sweating as much. The Diamondbacks, I took the Diamondbacks money line. They seemed much bigger a price than when we did the show last night. They were plus 110 on the money line.
I think they were like plus 135. I think they went off plus 135.
Yeah, try to look at me.
Yeah, because I think I bet them plus 130.
I had the minus 105 last night when we did the show.
Oh wow, they must have had a picture change or something. I don't know. I've got the same pictures with the same. So I picked them at minus 105. So when I came in from football tonight at plus 110, I pulled the trigger. And the only thing I've got the fear of, Lonte, is that I use the book where you get the early payout if they go 5 runs ahead. They've had so many chances to get the 5th run. If it was 3-0, I'd feel quite happy. I'd be like, oh, we're winning. Because it's 4-0. I just feel like something terrible is going to happen. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that.
Because they've had runners thrown out at second, runners caught stealing. They've had bases, they've left the bases juiced ones. But we're still 4-0 up through 5. So that's one of those things. They took the first 5 under in the Brewers-Rangers game, which was a dead duck pretty quick. Freddie Peralta eventually gave up a couple of runs. Texas lead that 5-3. And we took the over a big number in the Red Sox at the Athletics. That's 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th, looking for over 10.5. That was very much in the balance.
You can get there.
Because there's 2 runners on, 1 out in the bottom 5. So I enjoy a bit of days ball. There's been no football this week. It's been international break over here. So the days ball comes as a blessed relief. Jason has joined us in the chat. Not seen Jason in for a little while. Welcome along, Jason. Tell you what came to my attention. I'm going to tell you 2 things. Firstly, I had a bet today, Lonte. I parlayed Boston and Texas to win the divisions at 80-1. I think it was Keon Neon was in the chat last night and he was all over Texas and he talked me into it, seduced me a little bit. And there's a little saver. I parlayed Texas and the Yankees because I didn't want the Blue Jays to blow it and me not to win. So of the 3, because I preferred the Red Sox to the Yankees. So 80-1 double on Boston and Texas. I think Texas at 10-1. 80-1 double on Boston and Texas. 45-1 double on the Yankees and Texas. So there's the big futures parlay that I got in today. I really should take some just Texas at 10-1.
Yeah, Texas. Yeah.
So when this D-backs play hits, we might do this. We might do this live in the next 45 minutes. When this D-backs, when they get this 5th run, Lonte, I'll shovel all the winnings onto the Rangers. And how many no-hitters have we had this season, Lonte?
How many no-hitters have we had? I will say, damn, that's a good question.
It is a good question. I absolutely just sprung that on you as well, didn't I? Out of nowhere.
5. Let's say 5.
0, Lonte. None.
Zero
exactly. And I found that out today. And I was like, that can't be right, because I've imagined loads. I remember loads.
Wow,
I remember 5 the same as you.
I thought we had it.
There hasn't been any.
Wow.
what got me onto it was talking about Yamamoto at the weekend.
Dodgers,
because Yamamoto, that was one of the funniest defeats you've ever seen. They were 8 2/3 through. And they were 3-0 up. I think they had a 1% chance of winning the Orioles at that point. And even then, they break up the no-hitter and the score goes 3-1. And that only made it a 4% chance of winning. That one run changed it from 1% to 4%. And then, holy shit, it went wrong quickly. It went sort of walk, hit by a pitch, walk, single, walk, walk off double, off 2-run double. And the Orioles won from nowhere. So that was the closest we've come to a no-hitter. I know Slate Ciccone took one into the 8th maybe the other day for Cleveland. But I was astonished at that, Lonte.
Yeah, Gavin Williams almost had one as well. I think he went 8. It might have been 8 or 9 in the third. Didn't the Dodgers almost go back-to-back no-hitters?
Possibly, but they didn't
against
get
Colorado. I think they almost went back-to-back no-hitters, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, they had a combined kind of shutout, didn't they?
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Rather than a single pitcher gun. So all those no-hitters, Lundy, you have imagined them because it hasn't happened.
That's crazy.
So
I thought we at least had a couple. Jesus.
Nope. Joe Dollar, whose sole aim in life is to agitate me, has joined us in the chat. Welcome along, Joe. Good luck. I am beyond agitating tonight. You cannot annoy me. Where are we going? 25% off everything in the merch store. Promo code is football, so make sure to check out some MLB Gambling Podcast merch, or indeed some Premier League Gambling Podcast merch, if you're that way inclined. Some of these games off the board, as per usual, with the days ball, the getaway days. Quite a few new pictures as well we're seeing kicking around. It's that time of year where the rookies are getting their call-ups. 1:05 Eastern tomorrow is the Pittsburgh Pirates at the Baltimore Orioles. It is Johan Oviedo for Pittsburgh, and he will take on left-handed pitcher Cade Povich for the Orioles. The Orioles are minus 150 favourites here, with Pittsburgh plus 125, and the total at 8.5. Johan Oviedo has had 4 really good starts, all short, 4 or 5 innings just. But plenty of swing and miss, no more than 2 earned runs in those starts. I'm going to have to put my glasses on again. This is 2 nights running, Lonte. My glasses have been called into action. So I can now see you, but I can't see the Diamondbacks. It was one or the other. Something had to go. Povich has had similar length starts, but he's given up 4-2, 4-3 earned runs in his last 4. Walks too many batters. But on a pure form line of how these pitchers have been going, I'm going to take Pittsburgh first 5. Now, the thing that puts me off here is that Pittsburgh aren't very good against left-handed pitching, traditionally. 29th in OPS against lefties. So they are hard to trust. The under is definitely an option here. But Oviedo form line held up against Povich's form line at plus money. I think Pittsburgh first 5, Lonte.
It's exactly the play that I had, man. Pittsburgh first 5
nice.
for similar reasons to what you described. Povich has been really inconsistent. He's allowed a lot of walks, 4 home runs in his last 3. He's only got 1 win since June 15th, so that just goes to show you some inconsistencies. Now Baltimore has been playing well. They've won 7 of their last 10, but I just think Oviedo is the better pitcher right now. If we can just get a little bit of length out of him, but we're going to take it out. We're going to take whether he goes length or not out of it, because I think he can go well for 5 innings, which is typically what he has been doing. He has had 3 walks in 3 of his last 5. So in each of those 3 games, he's allowed 3 walks. That's a little bit concerning. But again, I think we can get home here on a 1-0 type of game in the first 5. So I like Pittsburgh at the plus money. They obviously, Pittsburgh, they need to get off the mat a little bit as well. They got 4 straight losses. They didn't score over 2 runs in any of those. So got to get some offense going. Povich, walks guys and gives a little bit, gives them a lot to hit. So I'm expecting Pittsburgh to get, some offense going here. So let's go Pittsburgh first 5.
Okay. Nathan's joined us in the chat. Nathan is co-signing that as well. Nice to have Nathan with us. Next game on the card is 2:10 Eastern between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Chicago White Sox. For the Tampa Bay Rays, it will be left-handed pitcher. Oh, he's off the wall for Arizona. Go on, get round third. Here it comes, Lonte. Yes, we are over the finishing line. The fifth run is in. Well done, everybody. The next time you start saying things, I will fetch the Texas Rangers price up and reinvest. Sorry, distracted. Ian Seymour, left-handed pitcher for the Tampa Bay Rays, will take on Shane Smith of the Chicago White Sox. White Sox are plus 125 home underdogs. Tampa Bay Rays around about minus 140 here with a total Lonte of 8.5.
Yeah, I love the White Sox in this matchup. I love them first five. I love them full game. Seymour has been kind of back and forth between like starting and in bulk relief. So I'm kind of interested to see what they do here. Like if they're going to use him as a starter or just kind of a bulk, just kind of like a bullpen type of setup. So both teams are really surging. I mean, Tampa's won 7 of 10. Chicago's won 7 of 10. Really impressed with Chicago during their road trip. They went 6-1 during their road trip. I think they swept Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. Their offense looks good. I'm always a fan of Smith here. 2 or less in 5 of his last 7 since the All-Star break. He's also allowed 2 or less in 4 straight at home. The White Sox have played Tampa pretty tough. They split a 4-game set. All of them have been mostly competitive. So I think the White Sox can hang here. And I think that's evident in the number. Typically, if this was maybe like a month and a half ago, this may be around like 150, 160. So a little bit of respect for the White Sox. I still don't think it's enough. I like the White Sox at home getting plus money.
Okay, the Texas Rangers have officially been added to my postseason portfolio.
Would you get them at?
I'm in. I've done it. I've pulled the trigger. Seymour has been sneaky good last 3 starts. 14 innings, 2 earned runs, 21-4 strikeout to walk rate is impressive. Smith has been decent too. His August ERA was 2.67 in 6 starts, and he's got a home ERA of 3.26. I'm still not keen on factoring in the White Sox bullpen, even though Smith does get decent length. You could get 6 or 7 out of Smith. So I like the low scoring game here. I like the first 5 under in this spot. Joe Dollar wants White Sox under 4 team total. Yeah, White Sox team total under 4 in the first 5. That fits if we're going for the the first 5 under in that game. So yeah, co-signed by Joe. 3:07 Eastern first pitch. Houston Astros at the Toronto Blue Jays. Christian Javier for the Astros. For the Blue Jays, it will be Kevin Gausman. Plus 130 underdogs Houston. Minus 155 the Blue Jays with a total of 8.5. Big period coming up for Houston. I looked at their schedule, and I think this division is going to be settled next week, or it's going to go a long way to being settled next week, because Houston play Texas and Seattle next week. So we should know that was kind of part of the reason I was keen to get that 9-1 immediately on Texas, because I think it might just swing in Texas's favour. This game particularly, the Blue Jays got an important come-from-behind win on Tuesday night. They needed that. They needed a little momentum build or a little boost here. Javier started 5 games. The last one was his first really bad one. That was at the New York Yankees. 4 of his 5 have gone over. Gausman's been locked in his last 2. 15 innings, 2 earned runs, 13 strikeouts. And he's really improving month on month, actually. The longer the season goes, the better Kevin Gausman looks. I do think that comeback win will have done the Blue Jays good. Vlad is hot. 6 consecutive multi-hit games for Vlad, which is impressive. You're looking for a player prop. It's a bit short, minus 150 odd, but I'll take the Blue Jays, Lonte.
Yeah, I like the Blue Jays as well. I think you set it up perfectly talking about Gausman. He's been really good over that 2-game stretch. He's actually been really good over his last 6, 2.48 ERA in that span. And the offense that he's doing against is way above average. He's done it against some really solid offenses. And Toronto, they're 500 the last 10. They faced opponents like Milwaukee, Cincinnati, and the Yankees. So I mean, another one with Houston, but Houston on the other side picked the wrong time to go and slide. 3-7 last 10. Javier is, outside of his last start, he's been okay. He's got some command issues, but I don't think this is only his second road start since returning. And I think he's returning. I think this is going to be a bad time. So I like Toronto. I think we may see some runs by Toronto's offense if Javier is doesn't get his command under control. And you talked about Vlad with guys on base. He's been amazing as well. So I like Toronto. 150 is a little bit cheap. I like their team to the over as well.
Player prop given to us by Jason is the over 1.5 walks from Christian
absolutely.
Javier.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, shrewd. Honestly, the chat is always absolutely sharp as a razor here with our listeners. We'll move on. Let me tell you about mybookie.ag, your place to bet on football and everything else. The prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head to mybookie.ag. The promo code is SGPN for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. And Rhythm are well and truly in NFL mode now. Outstanding last year. Rhythm, ATS, and on the player props too. There's a leaderboard there with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. You can win up to $1,000. Get your 7-day free trial at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHM. What's the one ATS play NFL this week on Rhythm, Lonte, if you'd be getting down?
I haven't played anything NFL yet. I was looking at the Jets, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet.
Oh, fair enough. In the Network Guillotine League this morning, where waivers ran overnight, and Sleeper somehow fucked everything up. Everyone who was on IR, it put back into the rosters. So then you couldn't claim a player because it said your roster was full. So poor Cody Zeeb, if you know Cody, who does the NASCAR Gambling Podcast here, Cody's had to spend hours this afternoon unpicking everything, like reverse engineering every single waiver bid to drop people and put people on and take someone off his team and put him onto my team. And it's fair play to him. He's done some excellent commissioning. It's a thankless job, the task of commissioner, because he had to conduct about 1,000 transactions today.
Oh, that's tough.
Everything
that's tough.
And it was all Taysom Hill's fault, as if Taysom Hill was sitting on my arm for no reason. He didn't need to be there. I'm never going to use him. But they activated him, and then everything. It was a house of cards. So top commission from Cody Zeeb of the NASCAR Gambling Podcast today. Well done, Cody. 6:40 Eastern first pitch is the pitching change here. The Washington Nationals at the Miami Marlins. Left-handed pitcher is Mackenzie Gore going for Nationals. I'd initially seen and handicapped Brad Lord.
Yeah, me too.
Ryan Weathers goes here for Miami. I'm seeing odds of Miami at -137 with the Nationals at +125 and a total of 8.5. I mean, Lonte, my original pick here was the Nationals with Brad Lord. I don't particularly see a reason to change that with Mackenzie Gore on the mound. Mackenzie Gore's not been brilliant, but he's been relatively steady. He's got good career numbers at Miami. But Weathers, we haven't seen since June the 7th. He's been on the IL as Ryan Weathers. 5 starts had been okay, but myself and Dylan said last night that Washington are on a streak. They're hitting well. They added another 7 runs on 10 hits on Tuesday after they scored 15, I think it was, the night before. Nothing about Gore replacing Lord puts me off this particularly. I do like the over because we've seen runs all week in this series, and I don't know why that would change. But +125, I think the Nationals are streaky. I think you turned me on to how streaky the Nationals were around about May time, actually. And I've been watching for it ever since, and I've rode it this week. So I'd go to the well again with Washington, Lonte.
Yeah, I agree with you. I actually handicapped Lord and Sandy. I don't know how the hell I got Sandy, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe he was up earlier. But Yeah, either way, I mean, it didn't turn me off at all. I like Washington as well. Love the over. Absolutely love the over. I mean, 6 of the last 10 head-to-head meetings have went over, including 3 of the last 4. In those 3 games, 12 runs, 22 runs, 15 runs. So I think we could see somewhere in the middle of 12 and 22. I mean, even if we get, to 10, I think that's completely fine. Gore has a tendency to kind of give up runs in bunches if he's not on his game. I think both offenses will be able to score. If you look at the Washington-Miami streak, Miami is 3-7 in their last 10, but they had won, like in this series, they had beaten Washington 5 straight times earlier in the season, and now Washington's beat them 5 straight times. So that just goes to show you just how streaky both teams have been when they face one another. But I absolutely love the over. That would be one of my favorite plays on the card, regardless of who's pitching. I mean, Washington scored, 51 runs in their last 7 games. So their offense is looking good. I think I trust Miami to kind of get some runs as well. So love the over. Would take Washington as well. Would go on the mound.
5 out of 5 between these two. Series over. Nathan gives us, and Jason wants to fade Ryan Weathers coming off the layoff as well. I completely agree.
Yep.
7:05 Eastern. It's one of a couple of games off the board here. The Detroit Tigers at the New York Yankees. Detroit, it is with the TBD pitcher. Getting a few flashbacks to last season where Detroit couldn't put any pitchers out at all. I tried to ask the AI what was going on, and the AI was incredibly confused by the Detroit pitching situation. So nothing there. Cam Schlittler is confirmed for the Yankees. No lines on this one. Literally, Lonte, I've got no idea who might be going for Detroit. It was originally Chris Paddock, but then Chris Paddock pitched in relief on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So unless they're going to open with him, it does look like bullpen day to me. Schlittler did only last 5 outs last time against Blue Jays. I think that's after we talked about him being the Yankees' most reliable starter recently. But I like to think we can trust the bounce back, though he's definitely not as good at Yankee Stadium. The Yankees completely blew up last night. They were winning.
Don't remind me.
And then gave up a 7 running in, something like that. So, I haven't got too much on this, Lonte, and kind of quite happy not to have.
Yeah, I think it'll be a bounce back effort for the Yankees and Cam both today. And did they play today? Yeah, they played today, I think. No, I don't know. But, yeah, I think there'll be a bounce back effort for them. Detroit's kind of had that number. They won 3 or 4 versus them this year, including, yesterday. But, I mean, Cam's been, he's been pretty good. And he's coming off his worst start of his young career. But the one thing that I like seeing that he had issues with early on is he's not allowed a home run in 5 straight. So he's keeping the ball within the park. I like that, and I thought that was a weakness of his. So I'll probably end up laying the 1.5. I hope it is Paddock. I hope Paddock does open up. Then the Yankees should score, 5+ runs on him. But I do like the Yankees to bounce back. I'll take the -1.5 as long as it's not too insane of a price. But I do like the Yankees, though.
Okay, Yankees for Lonte. Neon Keon has joined us in the chat. We just finished talking about you, Keon, because you got in my head last night. I couldn't leave that Rangers stuff that you were talking about. So I did back the Rangers at 9-1, and I did double them up with the Red Sox at 80s and with the Yankees at 45s, Hugh Dares and all that. 7:15 Eastern is back at the top of the page between the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. Left-handed pitchers go for both clubs. David Peterson for the Mets, Jesus Luzardo for the Phillies. -150 Philadelphia, +120 New York Mets. Total, Lonte, is 8.
Total over. And the Mets are in free fall right now. The offense is really struggling. They've lost 7 of 10. Peterson is, he has been steady early on, but he's not been as good lately. 4+ runs in 4 of his last 5. He has been better on the road in that stretch, so I'll be interested to see how he performs in Philadelphia. But his last start versus Philadelphia, 5 earned and 4 innings pitched, so they kind of got the best of him. If you flip that, Philly's playing really well. 7-3 of last 10. Luzardo's got a 2.64 ERA in his last 8. He's been up and down at home, mostly in between like that 1-run and 2-run and 4-run range. He didn't perform as well against the Mets last month in his start. 4 earned in 5 innings pitched at New York last month. But he did prior to that throw 6 2/3 scoreless at home. So he's back at home in this specific matchup. The reason why I like the over is even if Luzardo goes well and can give up 3 runs, I do think that Phillies can score and take advantage of Peterson here. So I'm going to go with the over. I would lay it with the Phillies if I had to, but I love the over in the game. I think we see some runs here.
Yeah, I couldn't really just get away from laying the Phillies. It was really boring, actually.
Yeah,
We've done it all week. We've mentioned, obviously, Dylan last night being the Mets fan, we talked about how the Phillies just seem to have the Mets at arm's length. They've got them where they want them. The -150 is a perfectly reasonable price. The Mets can't beat Philadelphia, as simple as it sounds. Peterson doesn't look like the solution to that problem tomorrow. 12 earned runs in his last 2 starts. Philly are top 3rd in MLB against left-handed pitching. And Luzardo's been very serviceable. His last 2 home games, 6 2/3 shutout against the Braves. And the one before that, 6 1/3, 1 earned run against the Mariners, I think it was. So I think that's good enough. And that was really as far as I felt like I needed to go there. I'll take the Phillies at -150. We will move on. Once I have told you about Underdog, your place to play fantasy pick'em. You can win up to 500 times your entry. Just pick higher or lower on your favourite player stats. Tons of sports available. Brand new offer here. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds. Use our code MLB SGPN. And we are brought to you by Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig is an exchange, you know you're getting some of the best prices in the market. Over 35 states available. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use the promo code SGPN. Get on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. Down the page again to a 7:15 Eastern first pitch between the Kansas City Royals and the Cleveland Guardians. Stephen Kolek goes for the Royals. Kolek goes for the Royals. Cleveland will throw the aforementioned Gavin Williams and are -137 favourites. Royals +110 and a total here of 7.5. Kolek has been excellent since the trade came across from the Padres. Really good length. 5 earned runs in 19 innings across his last 3 starts. The Royals won all 3 of those. Williams, maybe even better. 7 innings, 1 earned run in each of his last 2 starts. 14 home starts for Gavin Williams have yielded a level 3 ERA, which has included 4 unders in a row. Quite fancied the Royals, but they're not big enough. I'd maybe want +125. And the Cleveland 5-game winning streak puts you off a little bit. But I do see a pitch in Julia. So I'm happy to take the under 7.5 full game. Don't mind either bullpen. Low scoring game, Lonte.
Absolutely, man. I think this is going to be a good low-scoring 3-2 type of game. I would look for a first 5 under as well. Kolek, I will say 3 combined runs in his last 13 innings pitched. Both of those were at home, so he's taking a trip. Now, granted, this is not like it's not one of the top offenses in the league, but they got some momentum. You talk about the 5 wins in a row. They've outscored them 12-2. Combined score in 2 of their wins. Kansas City, they've outscored them. I like Williams. I mean, 1 earned or less in 6 of his last 9. I know you talked about the short term, but if you want to just expand that out, he's been solid at home. He's pitched well against Kansas City in July, I think, 2 earned and 6 innings pitched. So I like Cleveland here. I also like the under. Kansas City is under in 8 of the last 10. I trust both pitchers to be okay, even though Kolek might be a little bit more shakier on the road. I like them to. I like Cleveland to get it done, and I like the under.
Keon Neon, what a great sentence that is. I can't read the whole sentence out, but extra show points, Keon, for the correct use and the correct spelling of the term bollocks. If you remember, Lonte completely butchered the spelling of the word bollocks in a message to me a couple of weeks ago. He wasn't even close. That's how you do it, Keon. So yeah, extra show credits for you. The penultimate game on the show is a 9:40 Eastern first pitch between the Colorado Rockies and the San Diego Padres. Not much respite here for the Rockies, going from the Dodgers to the Padres. It will be McCade Brown for Colorado, Randy Vasquez for the Padres, minus 245 San Diego, plus 200 Colorado. Total here is 8.5. I did have a time traveling dinger. I gave out Hunter Goodman on the show last night to hit one today, and then sure enough, he hit one the day before. It's been a couple of weeks since I had a time traveling digger. Maybe Hunter Goodman can follow up. Lonte, Rockies at Padres.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty easy. You can't take Colorado. Although I would be weary of laying anything with San Diego right now. I mean, 4-6 the last 10. 2 of those wins were against Colorado, so not much there. Brown gives no length. He's allowed 13 earned in 3 starts. Vasquez has been okay. His hit rate is up a bit. I may look over if anything, but this game is completely ugly. I don't want to lay anything with San Diego as currently constructed. Obviously, don't want to take it with Colorado as well. So I would look at an over with Vasquez being able to maybe allow 3 or 4 runs, and then San Diego can kind of get the rest for us. So I'll go over as the bet in this game.
Yeah, you mentioned the 13 runs and 3 starts from McCade Brown. It's not even 3 big starts. It's 9 and a third innings across the 3 starts that he's given those 13 runs. There's no reason for him to go any better here. Actually, his last start was against the Padres. He managed 5 outs, gave up 6 earned runs. Randy Vasquez has been good. 1 poor start in his recent game log. I've got a bit more faith that the Padres can clearly outscore the Rockies here. And they might not have to score tons. They might not have to score 7, 8, 9 to cover an alt-run line. You probably have to go to 2.5. But I don't mind it. A Padres team total as well. I say they got 6 off McCade Brown in no time at all last time. So even if they can get 3 or 4 off him and then tack on against the bullpen later on, 6 or 7-1 might just do it. So I'll take the Padres on an alternate run line. We just check the chat because the chat's got all the good bets tonight. Look, we're wasting our time here. We just be listening to the boys in the chat. I can't scroll down. That's not working. I'll have a look in a minute. The last game on the card. The last game already. 9:40 Eastern. The LA Angels are at the Seattle Mariners. This game is off the board. Are we on the more pitching changes here? Jose Soriano. I saw Kikuchi listed all day. I'm now seeing Soriano. I feel like I handicapped Soriano last night.
I had Kikuchi as well. Kikuchi and Miller.
Yeah, Kikuchi and Miller. I'm now seeing Soriano and TBD.
That's weird.
Where's that Angels game going? Yeah, Soriano due to go tonight. So obviously he's been pushed back 2 days for some reason, which isn't very helpful. Lonte, do you have much on this now where the pitching things changed a lot?
Yeah, I didn't. I wanted to take Seattle, but I know we would get a better price with Kikuchi than Soriano, so probably to stay away from me. I mean, Seattle's won 4 straight. And, I mean, we talked about it in that division. I mean, they have to win games, and this is a totally winnable game and a game that they have to have. So I would probably go with Seattle minus 1.5, depending on what the price is. I would also want to see the pitcher because if it's not Miller, I'm wondering who it could be, and I have no idea who it could be.
Yeah, there's nothing to say it's not Miller either. The Soriano thing, we did handicap him last night. He completely blew up against the Athletics. His game log is entirely unpredictable. So the handicap I had from last night was to take him out the game and just fade the Twins' bats. Now, that doesn't really help us in this situation. Bryce Miller, not brilliant. His home ERA is over 5. So, I mean, I just fancy tons of runs. I've actually called a correct score. Yes, Seattle win this 10-5. Well, that was Miller against Kikuchi. I mean, Soriano doesn't put me off. Seattle have won 4 in a row. It's an ugly one. Seattle team total, maybe, if you want to take Miller out of it. And we'll take some runs. The late pitching change has kind of stymied us ever so slightly there. Lonte, you're the memory man. Whose turn is it to lead off?
It's my turn. Yes, it's my turn.
Okay, go on then. You can have the good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about good stuff, but Let me just make sure that we got the correct number here. Yeah, I think they changed the pitchers on us, but I still think it's playable here. Over 8.5 in Washington, Miami. I mean, I'm just going to keep betting runs in the series until they show me not. I mean, we talked about it earlier in the handicap, how many runs they were scored in 3 games. We may not get that many, but all we need is 9. I think we can get 9 from either side. Washington's offense has been really good. Miami maybe can get us 3 or 4 runs. If not, I think Washington will be able to handle the rest. So I like over 8.5 for that specific game. For the dog, I know we don't have a first 5 line, but I wanted it to be Pittsburgh, so I'll just take the White Sox and Smith. I don't really get why this is not closer to maybe like a pick. I mean, I know Tampa's playing well, but Chicago's playing well also. They've won 7 of 10, just like Tampa has. So I like Smith better than Seymour. I think Chicago will be fine here, so I like the plus 125 on Chicago.
Sorry, you caught me scrolling for a home run play again. Underdog's easier to find than a lock here for me. I don't mind the Royals at a price. I don't mind the Pirates at a price. I've got to keep going with the Nationals at plus 125. What was your dog, sorry, Lonte?
Dog was the White Sox.
Okay.
Plus 125. But I wanted
I'll
to
take
go
the Nationals.
I wanted to go Pittsburgh first 5.
Yeah. Another option. Gore replacing Lord doesn't bother me. Not convinced by Weathers. And Washington have been winning. We did this a little while ago, actually, with Miami, I seem to recall, Lonte, where they just won 4 or 5 nights in a row at plus money prices. So until something changes, I'll take Washington. For my lock, I think I have to go with the Padres on that alt-run line. I can't see them getting to Brown early and often. I can see them putting together 6, 7, 8 runs, and I can't see Colorado keeping up. I like Randy Vasquez. He's been all right. So the Padres will beat them by enough to cover an alt-run line plus 2.5 there. Home run prop, Lonte, I am struggling with.
Oh, man, I got a good one, I think.
Oh, come on then. You lead us off with your confident play.
Yeah.
Maybe that will inspire me.
Yeah, I got a good one. I mean, we like runs in Washington, Miami, and specifically on the Washington side because we both like Washington. So I'm going with Josh Bell, man. Josh Bell's hit 4 home runs in his last 3 games. He's been really hot swinging the bat. I think he will be able to maybe go yard, and I would look at obviously if he goes over. Obviously, if he goes yard, it's going to go over his total bases. But just for a little security, I would put something on his total bases over as well. But I do think Josh Bell is in a good spot to hit one tomorrow. Maybe even 2.
Yeah, I called his name last night, actually, for a sort of hits, runs, ribbies prop, because he has just been absolutely famed. Effortless as well. When he hits one, it like he's trying very hard to hit it.
Right.
The commentator gave him the... does he say, see you later? We'll see the Washington bloke who says, see you later. But then Bell hit one into the upper deck, and he came out with the see you upstairs later, which made me laugh a lot. I thought it was a bit saucy for a baseball call. I'm going to fade Gavin Williams here. There's not much you can fade Gosman. I'm going to fade Gavin Williams, which gives us a Kansas City Royal to aim at. And let's have a look at... Oh, it's a bit ugly. Has Jack Cagg been doing anything lately? Let's go with a Pasquatch.
I picked him last episode.
Yeah. We go with Vinny Pasquantino to get one off Gavin Williams tomorrow. Lonte, thank you very much. Have you got anything you want to tell the people about before we let them go?
Not much, man. We're coming down with the home stretch, and by the time you know it, we're going to be playoffs. One of the best. Man, MLB's playoffs always one of the best times of the year for me. Love it.
Yeah, it's kind of crept up. I was listening to something today, and I think, we 18 games away or something? We're not very far away.
Yeah, I thought it was around like 16 to 18. I think it depends on the team. So some teams, make up scheduled games, reschedule games, so things like that. But I think we're close.
But I love that reset as well because the MLB season is a long season, of course, we know that. Yeah. But it finishes, and then the next day you feel like everything's wiped clean. You're right, here we go again. And if your teams are in, And if you've got some bets that are live going forward, if you've got some 50-1 wildcard teams and shit like that, you're right, okay. Enthusiasm suddenly goes from empty to full again, and you're ready to pile through October. So, yeah, tons to look forward to, mate. Really enjoy it. Thanks for the comments, everyone. I feel like you gave us...
Chat was great. Chat was great.
Yeah, I think they gave us more winners than we gave them, Lonte. So I'm back again tomorrow. I'm going 3 for 3 here, so I reckon it's probably me and D-Rock.
I think so.
We'll see. So, anyway, schedule is up. Like, rate, review, 5 stars, all of that malarkey. Good luck with your bets. I've got another couple of hours to play some matinee baseball before I have to go to bed, so I'll find something to get stuck into. A couple of those first 3 innings that you turned me on to that have cost me a small fortune. I'll get it back tonight, Lonte. Good luck with your bet. We'll see you down the road. Cheers.